Welcome back to today's morning report on Monday the 13th of July with me, Rich, Pro Market Analyst at Handtech Markets. Moving on to Eurodollar now, and Euro's the big mover on the day. It's fallen away about 100 ticks in the wake of that Eurozone deal with Greece. In terms of how it's impacted on technicals, not a massive amount really. You'd still say in the past sort of week or so, it's not really gone anywhere. It's just slightly drifted higher, and the fact is that I still think you can talk about this pivot level at 110.50. It's still trading around that, so you'd say that it's pretty much up in the air in terms of technicals. Momentum indicators pretty neutral. It's just slightly ticked down again on the RSI, following on from that decline today. Stochastics have turned up, but again they're not really that positive. So I think you're sort of middle of the road still. And you need to sort of get a little bit more confirmation of how the technicals are playing out. You would argue that if this does end up being another high and it sort of drifts off again, that could be a sort of another, that's almost like a third high, a third lower high. Got your high, well, okay, the absolute high that you got 1466, and then you got a slightly lower one, 1436, and then another one here, 1278, and then subsequently overnight at 1215. But you'd also say that that sort of support band around 1050, it's not really yet been broken, arguably. Now, on the hourly chart, I'm sort of focusing a little bit on this 1120 level, which had been a basis of resistance throughout last week, and then bang, it went to the upside. It's formed support to a certain extent, and then subsequently again overnight fairly supportive, but you bashed below that. Couple of massive downside candles in the reaction to that Greek deal. Although there was a slight push higher, it suddenly just sharply sold off. Started to stabilize a bit, so maybe that 1120 pivot will come in again, and if you start to see it bashing its head underneath that and failing to get above it, then I think that would be sort of maybe a chance to sell potentially, because on a near-term basis as well, because I don't think you've really seen too much reaction either way yet. And the market is not really entirely sure. Perhaps the market is already seen sort of a positive euro trade play out already. Maybe it's now looking elsewhere, and obviously you could see it's focusing maybe more on Yellen this week and her testimony. There's a lot of US data as well, so maybe it's sort of looking back towards dollar side. But certainly at the moment, the reaction to this Eurozone Greece deal has not been all that great for the euro. I mean, there's a reaction low in at 1050 area, and that's above that key near-term low at 989. But certainly, the momentum of the move has sort of dissipated and turned a bit negative actually. So you're now looking out for, say, for example, the RSI pushing back towards 30. If you see that, then that could also be indicative of a continued decline, so watch out for that. But at the moment, the technicals are still trying to settle down. There's not a massive amount of direction we're seeing yet. Obviously, yes, you've had that downside shift, but you've found support ultimately, and you could even say that the last 5 days you're still running higher lows. So again, mixed signals on that front. Anyway, I wish you good luck in your trading on euro today. Maybe a bit of a mixed day as things start to settle down. Anyway, I wish you good luck, and I'll speak to you.